All of a sudden, a big security guy came out of nowhere. His friend at one point was like, oh, you better stop saying stuff before I let her go, trying to threaten me like, oh, that he let girl. I'm like, don't threaten me, let her go then. You feel me?
What? Girl fight? But she ain't never seen the world of. She a wanderlust, but she ain't never seen the world of.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Funmi-Layo. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure to like this video if you haven't already. It helps me out a lot. And make sure to subscribe because we have awesome content on this channel. Today I'm gonna be doing my makeup and doing a story time for you guys about a bar fight. So oh my goodness, I can't even believe the story is real. But yes, you guys, indeed it is. Indeed it is. So first off, let me put some primer on my face. Let's see what type of makeup we're about to come out with today. And it's also so hard to like talk and do the makeup at the same time, but I'll try to do both. But yeah, so I was working at this restaurant. This was years ago. This story is years ago, by the way. And I was working at a restaurant. I would waitress sometimes, and then I would bartend sometimes. And this one day, right? Bruh, oh my gosh, just even thinking about it. Oh, yo, my goodness. So this one day I was there with the manager and one other person. I remember it was a slower day, so it was only one server and there was me at the bar. Okay, bet. So I guess the server had went somewhere, or either the server had went somewhere or the server wasn't there yet, one or the other. But the bartender, the manager had told me to there was a table. He told me to go take that table over there. And so I didn't have anybody at the bar at the time, so I went ahead and I took the table or whatever. Cool, I'm chilling, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm not even too pressed at the time, like I'm chilling, you know? And so the server, she had came back. So it's really kind of like two in one. Oh gosh. So the server, she came back and she was like, I don't know, she was giving me attitude. So I'm like, what's going on? I didn't get it. I didn't understand, like, what's your deal? I just figured like, maybe, you know, sis is having a bad day. I don't know. But I just, you know, was just kind of like, all right, whatever. This was still giving me like heavy too. Then I'm like, I can't remember how we addressed it or something like that. But she said something to me. And then we ended up getting into it like, yo, like, what's wrong? Dude, like, what's your problem? Like, I don't understand, da-da-da-da. Or no. She said something. And I don't know if I had somebody at the bar. Oh yeah, I had somebody at the bar. And she said something slick and the person was right there. And it was a couple that was right there, and I just wasn't feeling it. So I can't remember the specifics on that, and I don't want to lie, but we ended up sharing a few words. Because I was like, bro, don't disrespect me and my guests are right there. What are you doing? Now you're messing my money up. You know what I mean? Like, stop. And it's like, I could have been more professional about it in front of the guests, but she was just getting on my nerves. Like, at this point, I'm just like, yo, why, you just been giving me attitude, and then now, like, you're over here trying to show out, and I have guests right here that I'm serving. And so I apologized afterwards to the guests. I'm like, sorry, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what that's about, but I just kind of had to, like, I kind of had to share some words with the girl. I was telling them, and they were like, no, it's cool. They were basically regulars. I had seen them before. So they knew what was up. They knew, like, I'm usually good or whatever. And so anyways, time moved on. The girl came back. We're just kind of like acting like normal. And that's the thing with the restaurant industry. It's just like, it's so crazy. And a lot of times, and that's why I don't even believe on taking things too seriously in the restaurant, because a lot of times it's due to management. That management creates such a hostile atmosphere because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, that somebody is just on go. Somebody's ready to just pounce on you because some stupid stuff is going on behind the scenes with their money or with the schedule, or you know what I mean? It's just like, it's literally, sometimes in certain restaurants it can be kind of like what do they call it? A pot, like it's just a pot brewing. It's just brewing, ready to boil over. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, I let that be. I wasn't even taking it too serious. It is what it is. We exchanged words. We're good. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we're cursing at each other. Voices were raised, yeah. But the manager, I think he shut it down. He was like, nah, stop, quit. And then, you know, we stopped. But anyways, yeah, so that happened. See, look at me not even doing it. I'm gonna try to move quick. But anyways, yeah, that happened. And then fast forward to the actual night. So then it goes by, you know, we're acting normal and everything like that. The night comes and the bar gets slammed. I get so many, it was out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere. I remember it wasn't even a day where it should have been, oh, I forgot my makeup brushes. Hold on, let me go get my makeup brushes, y'all. Okay, I'm back. But it wasn't even a day where it should have been packed or anything like that. This was not that type of day. Okay, here, so you guys can see me. This was not a day where the bar should have been packed, but it surely got full. It was slammed out of nowhere. And I was just like, I'm a newbie at this too. I hadn't been bartending for that long. How I even first got into it was because somebody messed up. And I had been around. They didn't mess up, but they didn't show up for their shift. And so like they allowed me, you know, to step in for them or whatever. And then from there it was like, oh, okay, well, you know, you can do this occasionally. And I ended up bartending more. And, you know, if a bartender didn't want a shift, then they would give it to me. Like, you know, we'd go that way. Sometimes I would have some, but like I wouldn't infringe on anybody else's time on the schedule. But sometimes they'll call me, be like, oh, I'm not feeling well, da-da-da-da. And then I'll come in and replace them or whatever. So anyways, or can you cover for me for this time? But yeah, so I got slammed at the bar. I got slammed at the bar and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm over here. I'm trying to, hold on, let me put it here. Okay. I'm over here, I'm trying to take it in and everything like that. Cause it's like, it's so many people. I'm over here like I'm playing Diner Dash, you feel me? I'm over here just hustling, you know? And and the thing about it is like, oh bruh, cause if I tell you about this place that I was working at the time, bruh, it was, like, bruh, it was always something. It's always something at this doggone spot, you feel me? But it is what it is. But anyways, that day, gosh, just sorry, the memories. I had some good, had some bad, but it's just, I got some BS. A lot of times it was some BS, you feel me? And anyways, so yeah, I had, what had happened? People had came, a lot of people were there, and then there was this one girl who, she was so cute. Her and this other girl, they were together, and they were asking like, it's a packed bar at the time, but they're asking like, oh, what should we drink? You know what I mean? And I'm over here still trying to give the best customer service I can to them. At the same time, looking at everybody else like, bro, you kind of gotta, you know, we gotta make a choice, you feel me? So I had suggested something to them, and then they had told me what they wanted instead. So I don't know, but I just remember it was just really cute. What's it called? These two girls. One of the girls so pretty, so pretty, and I'm just like, oh hey girl, da-da-da, you know. I'm one of those. I'm like, oh hey, da-da-da. Oh I love your hair. Oh, yeah, that's me. Because if I see something on somebody that I like, I'm immediately like fangirling. That's just me. I show love. And so anyways, yeah. So then later on, the night is popping. I'm like, oh wow, if I manage to like not mess this up, I can make a lot of money tonight, you know? And and that was the thing. That's what kept me around at the restaurant. That's what kept me around, because there, like, I could share some stories about that place. Like, you could, yeah. So gosh, and it's always on the unexpected nights. Anyways, yeah. So then the night went by, and it was time to ring people out. And then some guys are now, it's toward the end, it's last call. Some guys want to buy them shots. Okay, bet. They're like, oh, can we get a shot of whatever? And then I'm like, can we get a shot of, I don't know what they wanted shots of. And so the thing about it, the thing to mention here is that the restaurant is not a cheap restaurant. This is an expensive spot. You feel me? Where I was bartending at. It was not cheap at all. There was nothing cheap about this place. You know what I mean? So okay, you're gonna understand why I say this. But anyways, yeah, so, and the way they were ordering, it seemed like maybe they expected the prices to be a certain way. But anyways, I had went ahead and I got them the shots. Let me backtrack. So the guys wanted them to get shots. The guys wanted to buy shots for them. I got them the shots. Then at the end of the night, I'm ringing everybody up. You know, everybody at the bar is mad people. I'm over here trying to like get everybody their paperwork, everything signed, and just, you know, get ready to go so I can leave. I want my money and I want to leave. I want to go home. I don't want to stick around, you know? And so, so then I hear the guys that bought them the drink looking at the price and being like, yo, they're looking at the price with them. And they're like, yo, what? Da-da-da. The guys kind of looked at it, but they didn't say nothing. You feel me? But the girls, they were kind of like, what? What? Why is it this much? Da-da-da. Da-da. Oh my goodness. Huh? Da-da-da. I'm over here. You know what I mean? What's all this? What's the meaning of this? You know what I mean? I'm over here shook because I thought I was about to make a friend. You know? Yo, I was over here trying to be your friend and trying to be nice about it. You feel me? Like, not be her friend, like for real, but like, I was over there to sympathize with them. It's what I do. It's what we all did at the restaurant. Like, we know that our prices are expensive, so we'll be like with customers, I know it's bad. Like, you know what I mean? Just doing a good job as a server, as a bartender in that case. And so I was like, yo, who is she talking to? Then it got to the point where I'm like, yo, chill out. I was like, then she started getting kind of aggressive with me. Like, I forget what she has said, but like verbally just getting rude, rude and all of that. And I wasn't having it. No, I was not having it. And the thing about me is I am, though, a very like, keep it in my heart than type of person. Like, I'll normally like kind of suppress my emotions and just kind of eat it. You feel me? Like, just be like, all right, whatever, you know? But for some reason, I just wasn't feeling it. It's just because like in that industry, you get a lot of chances to choose your bottles. I will say that. If you work in the service industry, you know. And depending on what restaurant you work with more than others, but certain places, especially that place, you get more than enough chances to choose your battles. And this was an issue of, this girl was just, she was just doing too much. She was doing absolutely too much in this scenario. It was not okay. She was doing too much. And so I was like, what did I tell her? I was like, bro, yo, why are you even pushing back so much? You're not even paying. Like, what's your deal? You're not paying for this, are you? And then she was like, something to me. And I'm like, yo, so all this energy, but you couldn't buy your own drink though. So what's all this energy for? I was just like, I didn't say it specifically like that, but I was like, you over here doing all of this when you're not even paying for it. But I couldn't understand it. I don't know if the liquor had gotten to her, but it was just like, it was just so much. It was so much. I can't even remember exactly what I said, but it was a stab at her. And then she was trying to make it so that they didn't have to pay so much, I guess, the guys. So I guess she was kind of looking out for the guys, but which is fine, I guess. But the way she was doing it was like by trying to be rude to me. You're not getting nowhere that way. No, you're not doing it. No, not here, not today. And so, and then my response was like kind of confusion, but then also like, hold up. First off, you didn't even pay for these drinks. I have a separate tab for you and your friend that you paid for, but what you're arguing with me about is not even, and you know what? And that was probably why she was mad too, because they would still have to pay for their tab from their 2 drinks that they had on their own tab. So maybe that was why they didn't want to pay for that. But it was a lot of energy. I was a little shook, a little like, what the heck? And then I was also like, yo, no, you're being wild disrespectful right now. It's not happening, you know? And so we're going back and forth. But mind you, I'm going back and forth with her, but and again, this is years ago. I really want to emphasize the fact that this is years ago so people know that like, You know what I mean? You feel me? And I'm not even this person though. I'm not even like, no, at the end of the day, I will stand up for myself when need be. By God's grace, I'm working on like standing up for myself more. I'm happy I did it then, but it did cause me a lot of anxiety afterwards just because it took so much out of me. But yeah, no, definitely I was kind of like, yo, no, I was like going back and forth at her, da 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 da. But while I'm going back and forth with her, I'm still ringing people out. So I'm over here, da 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 da. But then I'm walking to the end of the bar, giving this person their check, giving that person their check, still yelling at her from at the side of my neck, you feel me? Yo, it was just so ghetto. It was just so, oh my goodness, like, oh gosh. But you couldn't even be mad at me though. If you were there, you couldn't be mad at me because you saw the interaction. You saw the interaction and you saw how I tried to handle it. So it was like, you couldn't even be mad at me, but you could kind of be annoyed because it's like, okay, I'm trying to ring out and you're giving me my check, but at the same time, you're over here yelling at somebody. So my mind was a little bit divided in that area, but she was just being wild disrespectful and I just was not feeling it, you know? And yeah, so then she had said something like, so I'm like giving people her check, giving her her checks, and I even think I had to take a table too, even while I had that packed bar. It was just crazy because it was just me and one other person that night. It was insane. But so I'm like walking to the table, then still yelling and exchanging words with her. And then she says something like, you better not da 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 da, or I'm a da 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 da. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like something in the sense of she was gonna like cause physical harm to me. I was like, no, you're not. And I just kept on, like, I raised my voice so she could hear. No, you're not. No, ma'am. To who? No. Who knows? You know what I mean? It was God that saved me that day. I don't know whether she don't physically, I'm not really one, I'm not one though anyways that likes fighting. I'm not that type of person. I believe that you should be able to settle things with words, although, you know, there are those rare circumstances where you know people have to fight, but that's not even me though regardless. But I just need to let her know, like, sis, don't be trying to play me. Stop it. You know what I mean? She's like, she's gonna do all that, she's gonna like do something to me, and I was like, no you're not. And then I went to where she was to look at her in the face, and I was like, no you're not. You know what I mean? She was like, oh, I'll do da 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 da. And I was like, no you're not. And I'm right here and she's right here. And because my thing is, how I reasoned it, and it's crazy because I'm not a fighter too, but my reasoning was, if you were about it, you would have been done something. Because at this point, I've already said something. I've already, took some jabs back at you. You know what I mean? You weren't just about to say stuff to me. I took some jabs back at you, and then now you're repeating over and over what you're gonna do to me or whatever, what type of harm you think you're gonna inflict on me. And I'm here. I'm now face to face with you. You know what I mean? And you're not doing anything. You're still yelling and like doing all of. She was doing all of this. She was doing all of it. No. She was doing all of that. You know? And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm mad though. I'm mad, but just looking at her, letting her know, like, you're not doing nothing, And so, cause my mindset was, she would have mushed me. That if if something was about to pop off right then, you would have mushed me. That is how, I don't know, man. That's how I was reasoning it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, then if she was me, then it's, you know what I mean? Then maybe, things are gonna pop off, on both ends. But either way, like towards the end of at the end of the whole shindig, the manager has said that if she had like come behind the bar, like, I don't know if you reach out behind the bar or like if you come behind the bar, and technically at that point he can call the police on her because you're not supposed to like come over or anything like that. But I just over here, I was doing my thing. I finished telling her that. Then again, I'm still working, so I still got to check the people out. It was just so much. It was just, oh gosh, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? It was just, it was just so much, you feel me? It was crazy. It was so crazy. I didn't like it though. I didn't like it. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like having to go back and forth, but I wasn't in the mood to be disrespected. And it's not to say I always don't allow people to disrespect me. Like I said, I've eaten a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, at that restaurant and in my life, you know what I mean? But this was the battle. I said something because I just didn't like the fact that, you know, don't be trying to say you're gonna do A, B, or C, like physical harm to me, or like, you know, she was just doing too much. I'm like, whoa. Like, you just over here talking so crazy to me, and I'm bigger than her too. So it was just kind of like, what are you doing, yo? Is it because of this job you feel like? And that's another thing. She was telling the manager too, she shouldn't be able to talk to me like that, And I'm like, sis, I'll lose the job. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm ready to lose it. Like yesterday. And the manager, he really liked me. So there wasn't even a way. No matter what, he would, you know what I mean? The manager, he at the time, no. The manager was, me and the manager, we were tight. So it was like, it was never a thing. I don't know what she thought. So even if I was to like really act out of character, the manager, he's still, no. So I don't know what she thought. And even if he didn't like me, sis, I'm still ready to lose. You know, if they fire me, okay, fine. You know what I mean? She thought that because I was still at the work, I was still at the job, I would let her talk any type of way. And that's one thing that you really find in the service industry is that people feel because you are on the clock that you are no longer a person. And that's not how that works. It's just not. I don't know what you know, some people feel like servers are, whether they feel like we are some sort of I don't know, animals or like subhuman or something like that. But no, sis, I'm still definitely human. You know, even with or without the job, you know, you still do have to respect me as such, you know? And so they ended up, so he's like, another thing though, and I have to own it, another thing I did do is like, he was like, I heard him, cause she was going back for, she really just pissing me off, you know what I mean? So one thing that I did was I was like, when I heard her saying like, well, I knew him because the type of person that manager is, he's gonna try to like, you know, obviously a good manager try to like alleviate the, you know, that type of energy and just like kind of write it off of their check. And I was like, and I seen him with their check. Like, let me take a look. I said, do not take that. I kept emphasizing it. Do not take it off their check. Do not. I was getting so angry about this. This was when my anger really started rising because I felt like it was one, you know, all of this was one scenario. But I felt like by him, you know, kind of writing off their check, that tells people and that sets the standard that they can talk to any of us, bartenders or servers at the restaurant, any type of way, and they will get what they want. So you're already setting that standard for your staff to be disrespected, you know what I mean, and threatened, you know what I mean? And you're saying that you will not stand with those staff and that you do not support them. So don't do that. That's not right. That's not right, you know? And so I just kept yelling, do not take off their check. Like, I was so serious looking at him. Do not take off the check. Because if he was gonna take off the check, then all of this was for nothing. All of it was for nothing, you feel me? Like, if that was the case initially, then he should have taken a look at her check before all the disrespect and the threats, you know, that she spewed and everything like that, you know? And so it's like, no, you know, I just didn't. I felt like that would just be so foul. I can't remember whether he ended up taking it off their check or not. He probably did, you know, the way he is. He probably did. But I just remember the security. I didn't even know we had access to security. But all of a sudden, a big security guy came out of nowhere and was like holding her back because I guess now she was ready to do something. I don't know. And then I remember the girl's friend at one point was like, oh, you better stop saying stuff before I let her go, trying to threaten me like, oh, that he let girl. Because I think because of my voice, people just feel like, you feel me? Like, oh, she's soft, You know what I mean? I'm like, don't threaten me, let her go then. You feel me? I didn't say that. I don't think I said that at the time. I think I just kind of like, because I really don't want no smoke. That's the thing. I don't want no smoke, but I also don't want disrespect. You feel me? So yeah, that happened. And then the security came, the security guy, I was so shocked. I was like, okay, fine. All right. The manager's stepping up, there's security here. But nah, it was so wild. And then I remember the other server who we had previously like exchanged words with early in the day was like saying something to those girls or whatever like that. I guess trying to appease the situation or something like that. But you know, I was like, she's a real one. But then at the end of the day, it's supposed to be that way. You know what I mean? Your team, your staff, you're all supposed to look out for each other, I feel like, at the end of the day. And so yeah, no, yeah, and then in the end she was like, yeah girl, I was waiting for you to drag. I was looking forward to, I was hoping that either she was hoping or looking forward to me dragging that little girl, you know, by her head or something like that. And I was like, little do you know, I don't want to do none of that. It's not really my vibe. It's not really my vibe. I just didn't want the disrespect. I don't want smoke, but don't disrespect me. No. I'm not operating on that vibration or frequency, but it's like, you still, you know, that would be like a very, very worst case scenario. I never would want anything to get to that point, you know? It's just not, it's not me. And so, yeah, I was like, girl, I just said, I let her think that, you feel me? Like, yeah. But yeah, no, what's it called? The manager was like, yeah, no. Then he was trying to perk up. I don't know, at times he would get on my nerves, and he was like, yeah, you know, because if she would have went behind there and had the bar, you know, I would have called the police on her. You know, and I'm just like, but big ups to him though, because he did call security. I think it was him. I don't know who else would have called security, because at the mess that child. But yeah, but what I didn't like about that place, and you know, obviously eventually I left, it's just because like safety and security wise, I seen her friend come back in there and eat both of them, because that night the manager said no, both of them will never be allowed to be like enter in here again, both of the girls. But then I seen the friend one night before, and I feel like I told the manager, and the manager didn't even really say nothing, and I didn't like that. You know, at that place it was just kind of like, I don't know, there was some room for improvement. But that's with any place, but especially that place, especially this was wild. It was wild. But I was like so depleted and like so drained afterwards. It was like, I remember I was talking to my friend and I was telling him, I was like, bro, I was just like, oh, I'm so drained. Like, look at what happened. Like, I was just, because it took a lot out of me. You know what I mean? Because I don't like operating off of that level. You know what I mean? And it was just like, nah, it really drained me. It really drained me. And I was just concerned, but he was just trying to tell me, he was like, nah, from the way you describe it, it seems like that girl, this is something that she probably does. Like, maybe that's just who she is, you feel me? I was like, maybe, but still, like, nah, this is crazy. Like, he was like, it really might not even be that serious. It might not even be that big of a deal, you feel me? And I was like, I guess, I don't know. Because I feel like, because I can't remember whether they told me that they would meet me outside. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. But I definitely, you know what I mean, was careful when I called my Uber that night, because like I said, I'm chill, man. I'm chilling. I don't want none of that extra, but don't bring no disrespect my way at the same time. You feel me? But that was wild, y'all. That was wild. Let me go ahead and put some lashes on and some eyeliner, and I will be right back. All right, yeah. But I can't remember what was the last thing I said. But yeah, I ended up leaving that place. I had some good times there. I met some dope people, you feel me? But yeah, that night was just so crazy. It was so weird. But luckily nothing ever happened. Let me adjust my camera. Nothing happened after that. When the girl had come back, when the friend had come back that one day, nothing happened or went down or anything like that. But yes, that's what happened. I think how it looks in person on the on here, it doesn't look the same in camera to me. Okay, let's see. I feel like it doesn't look good as good on camera as it does in person. Why do I feel that way? Let me tease it a little bit and I'll come back.